Welcome back to our shed project in Sketchup for Schools. This is our third episode, and in this episode we're going to take a look at our main part of our roof. And so just like everything else in this project, we're not kind of doing kind of framing, we're simply just going for the overall look of the main roof. So over here, again using my mouse, middle scroll wheel in order to bring up my orbit tool, and going between that, holding down the shift key in order to bring up the pan button, allows you to move around your project space. Over here on the left side, we are going to take our line tool and we're going to draw a line along the red axis, hit escape so that we have a guide point here at our wall corner. What this is going to allow us to do is to select our tape measure, select the Protractor Tool. And what the Protractor Tool does is that it creates guides, but at specific angles. So for roofs, as you can see in the very bottom right hand corner, you can type in an angle. So for example, if I wanted this to be 25 degrees, I could type in 25. Hit enter, and now that's 25 degrees. You can go up or down. There's no negative. So if I wanted it to be 25 degrees downwards, I simply move my mouse downwards, type in 25, hit enter, and now it's 25 degrees down. For our case, for roofs, we also have what's called roof pitches, which means that it is a number over 12. So in this case we want a 2/12 pitch. So move your protractor over to our point. If you are having a hard time getting it to be red, then you can use your arrow keys in order to change the location of it. So if you hit up, it will put it to go around the blue axis, left make it go around the green axis, and the right arrow key makes you go around the red axis, which is what I want in this particular case. I'm going to go ahead and click. I'm going to create my 0 point, and then I'm going to move it upwards. Instead of typing our angle, we're going to type in 2, shift, and then hit the colon, and then 12. What that means is that it's going to go up 2 feet over the course of 12 feet. So 2:12, hit enter, and now I have my guide that is that set amount. And if we wanted to know exactly what degrees that is, we come over here, create our 0. At this point, I'm going to take my line tool. Well, actually, let's go bring it back our tape measure, and I'm going to double click on this outside edge so we have my guide right here. I'm also going to go from this point upwards. Your line should kind of be a gray because it's not parallel to any of our axes. I'm going to type in 5.5, hit enter. That's going to replicate the size that our roof would be using the 2x6s. I'm going to take my line tool. I'm going to draw in a line there. I'm going to draw in a line there, and then connect our 2 lines with our line tool. If you did everything correctly, once you did all 4 both sides, should fill up with a solid piece. If it does not, then something is wrong. You probably have some sort of gap in there, or it's not perfectly straight. One of the two. I'm going to select the E key for the eraser tool. I'm going to erase all of our little spare lines. Here I'm going to take my line tool, I'm going to go from this corner point over to the right, and then make sure I go up to close off that section there. Select the P key for the push-pull tool. I'm going to bring that over, hover over that outside edge, and click. For me, this turned into the back side of our face. SketchUp, it doesn't really matter. The main thing that you want to focus on when it comes to the back side of the faces in SketchUp is that other programs don't see that. So if we took our model, brought it over to 3ds Max or a game engine like Unity, textures wouldn't be seen on that gray part, that bluish gray part. So if you are planning on taking your model into some other program, you always want to make sure you get in the habit of making sure that all your faces are correct. That's one of the big things. If you are going into and bringing in things from a 3D warehouse, you want to really double check to make sure that everything is on the front side of your models. In this case, I'm also missing this part, so I'm going to hold down Control, hit Z to step backwards. What I'm going to do is with the Move tool, if you'll see down here at the very bottom, it says click to select the face you want to push or pull, which is what we do. If you hold down Control, which is one of the modifier keys, it will toggle to create a new starting face. If you hold down Alt, it toggles the stretch mode. So we want to hit Control. That's going to add that little plus sign. That's going to let you know that it's going to create a new face. So now not only are we pulling this face to the right, but our original face didn't go nowhere, which is what we want this time. So I'm going to hover over that outside line or that wall in order to bring it all the way over. Over here, I want to set up my overhangs. So we're going to have a 1 foot overhang to the front and to the back. So select the tape measure, click on the corner. If you misclick, just hit escape. The top right or the top left hand corner, move your mouse over top so that way it is along the green axis. Type in 1 apostrophe or 12 for 12 inches. Over here on the side, again, you can type in either 1 apostrophe or 12 for 12 inches. Hit enter. Take our line tool, connect the dots. Always make sure that it is from intersection to intersection. Select your eraser tool, and we're going to erase those lines that we do not need anymore. At this point, select our push-pull tool. Make sure everything's good. Bring it over to the other side. We have a 1 foot overhang in the front and in the back. So we're also going to have a 1 foot overhang on the sides. So from that starting point, we're going to go over 12 inches to the left and 12 inches to the other side. Select your selection tool. We're going to triple click on our roof, right click, and we're going to make that a group. Now go in here and save your progress. Go in and make sure that you bring up some dimensions. So we want to do this dimension here. We also have our roof dimensions. So with this one, make sure that you take multiple screenshots, one showing from the top of our roof. You can also do a isometric view of our shed. In our next episode, we're going to take a look at our overhang porch, and we're going to modify our closet. Thank you for watching this episode. Stay tuned for our 4th episode in this playlist.